Hi everyone, so the big Google announcements from yesterday are now known, and well, there's been some surprises and a few, really? So first of all is the big thing, and that is Android L. That's going to be the next version of Android. It looks like we're kind of dumping away from 4.4 or even Android 5, and they're moving to a letter naming convention. So it may very well be that we won't be seeing any more sweet treats in the naming conventions of Android. Now the really big change here is a complete overhaul of the look and feel of Android. Gone are, well, the do it any way you feel, and now we really have a well-unified design language across all Android devices, from smartphones to tablets to wearables and now even to your car. Now really the big change here is almost in how Google is thinking about the layers that appear within a smartphone app design. So for instance, now we have a kind of concept called materials. Now really that is taking what they've done with Google Now with the carded design, kind of tweaking it up. So essentially now what we have is a backplane. Now that backplane is where an image could go, so in most cases a cover image of the thing you happen to be looking at, some information from the app, etc. And really it's just there to add a nice kind of visual flair. The really key information here is the way these cards now sit across the top of those layers. Now essentially you can have multiple cards set one on top of each other. You can have cards floating on top of on top. And what Android will do is it will automatically apply shadow and light to those cards. So essentially they can have a depth of field of sorts to them. They now no longer feel like, well, basically a card just sort of hovering in space. They now feel like they have some depth. Essentially, the Android operating system and its GUI are kind of now layered. If you were to turn them on the side, you would kind of see a stack of cards almost. Now, this new design language is designed, funnily enough, to operate across all of Android's different device types. So it works beautifully across smartphones, tablets, smartwatches, and of course, cars and TVs. The idea from a development point of view is developers will be able to build an app once and have it reflected everywhere with a common look and feel. And those are things they can depend on within the ecosystem. No more of this, well, we want to put an app on a smartwatch, how exactly are we going to rejig our app to do that? Now, it's basically a case of taking in those additional components for the SDK for the smartwatch, building your app, and everything goes into one single app. When the user installs that app onto their smartphone device, if they have a smartwatch connected, that app is then pushed across to the smartwatch as well in its cut down watchy form. This is really good stuff. The one thing I think I would say about Google I/O 2014 is this year has been very much about the integration. There's not really been a lot of what I would class as low-level tech talk around little key features and so on. What they've really gone for here is the big overall, let's get everything integrated, let's get a common look and feel, and let's have some common interpretation between all of these different Android devices. But let's, more importantly, make it very easy for developers. The overall look and feel of Android L, well, frankly blows away anything from any other manufacturer right now. Even if you look at what they've done over on iOS, where we've got the kind of candy bar going on, and obviously on Windows Mobile with their tile design, what Android L is promising here is something very, very special. It's another jump ahead again on design language on mobile platforms. It looks great. The functionality they're building in here, especially with things like the home screen and the new notification area, it all looks really, really cool and fluid. We'll actually get to use this in a developer preview as of today. So we'll be getting our Nexus 5 up and running with that as soon as possible, and we'll bring you some full demonstration videos. So what do you think? Have Google managed to knock it out of the park again? Have they well and truly trounced Apple and Microsoft in the design stakes? What do you think? Let me know in the comments, and do please throw a like on this video.